Fisher.
Yeah?
Operation ShadowNet is coming together better than anyone could have expected. Sadono's insurance policy is as good as canceled.
So what are the Joint Chiefs suggesting we do with Sadono?
We take him alive. We learned with Nicolaides how assassinated leaders tend to be stubborn ghosts.
Here we are. This could end it if Carlson comes through.
I trust her.
I don't.
First Dahlia, now Ingrid. Sometimes I think you don't like women.
Like isn't the word. But don't ask me about it and I won't tell. And I was right about Dahlia.
I met Carlson and Dilly. Looked in her eyes. She'll do fine.
Good luck. Give my regards to Sadono.
You need to infiltrate the TV station first. This is where Ingrid and Sadono are.
Hey, is that your bike over there?
Yeah, why?
I think I blew my carburetor.
Tough luck.
Yeah. Do you have an Allen wrench I can borrow?
Let me check my bike. Just a second.
Thanks, man. Shouldn't take me more than a few minutes.
Keep it. I've got another, and I need to get out of this weather.
Hey, thanks a lot. I owe you a beer.
I'll take you up on that someday. Good luck.
Something there. Wait, I hear something.
Here. Go ahead. Penyuk says your boys aren't wearing their headgear. That's right, sir. Night vision's not safe with the lightning. Flash-blinded snipers would be useless to you.
So how are we covering the parking lot?
We've got extra men down there. It should be fine.
What the hell? We're imagining things. Who is that? Show yourself. Sniper in position. Confirmed.
Cohen was right to mistrust Miss Carlson. There's a reason for that wolf smell under the wool. She's an honest-to-God agent. A lot more than that hapless desk jockey she was playing.
That makes sense, if a bit far-fetched that she just happened to be in the right place to luck her way into being one of Sadono's hostages.
She was at the embassy looking for Saul. The agency needed to know whether or not he was still a viable asset.
I guess they got their answer.
And now you need to find Carlson. Sadono's keeping her around as a translator and bargaining chip, but she can move through the station with relative freedom. We're hoping she can quietly get you close enough to Sadono to grab him alive. Sadono needs to be caught by surprise.
Hello?
Hello, Ingrid.
You? I didn't think it would be you.
You knew somebody was coming?
I've managed a few brief exchanges with the agency, enough to know I need to get you close to Sadono.
Can you do that?
Yeah. There's a retinal scanner on the studio I've been authorized for.
You made yourself friendly fast.
Sure, Sadono's a sucker for a smiling woman. Would have been a different story if Soth were around. We've hired a chopper to pull Sadono out. If you can get him outside, we can get him back to the States.
Ingrid's a godsend.
I keep pinching myself.
Play along. Trail her to the warehouse. It's our best and only way to get at Sadono.
How much does Sadono trust you?
You'd be amazed.
How did that happen?
The only thing Sadono doesn't underestimate is his own charm. He's rallied a country in opposition of the world superpower using nothing but charisma. It didn't take much more than letting him think he had charmed me.
What about Soth?
He's the part of the game that scares me the most.
Why should he risk so much for Indonesia?
It's not for Indonesia, it's against America. He thinks he was personally betrayed. He hasn't been back in Jakarta since the war began, if they're admitting this is a war yet.
They're still calling it an incident. There's 1,000 bomb minimum on wars.
If Soth comes back, I'm sunk. I know he's got resources inside the agency. He wouldn't have to go out of his way to find out I've got field agent training.
Do you know where Soth is now?
If I did, he'd be about 6 feet lower. Follow me, but keep your distance. I'll wait for you when I get to the retinal scanner. Up ahead, I'm going in the right-hand tunnel. You'll have to take the left-hand path. I might get slowed down with the guard, so wait for me on the other side. Let's get moving. Let's get moving.
We just intercepted a call from Soth. He blew Miss Carlson's cover.
If Sadono knows she's CIA, any one of these guerrillas might gun her down. Don't let that happen.
Hey, it's my guardian angel. Thanks.
Are you all right?
Still breathing. Here, I'll open the door.
Once I have Sadono, where do I meet you?
The roof. Not the most subtle option in the world, but we're not using a military chopper. So hopefully we'll have a chance to slip by. Follow me, but keep your distance. I'll wait for you when I get to the retinal scanner.
I need technicians. I need batteries. I need men in the studio now. Sadono's taping immediately.
I know your local intercept grabbed that, but you need to hightail it to the recording studio.
I'm getting a glut of side chatter about escape routes.
The studio's likely to be your last chance to grab Sadono. If he gets out, he'll either vanish or be killed, neither of which we can afford.
The light broke.
Sound, speed, and we're rolling. Tape for distribution May 1st, 2006, take 4.
Citizens of the world, I am alive and well. Closer than you think. It has been a week since the regrettably necessary release of the smallpox virus on U.S. land. I hope that by suffering, the people of America understand a little bit of the suffering that the rest of the world must endure for the sake of American excess. The Americans will never capture me. They will never kill me. They will never find Suhadi Sadono, and they will never be safe. America will be held accountable. They will be watched, and they will be punished.
Don't shoot! We can't take the risk of killing Sadono! Leave him now, and you're dead! Leave him now, and you're dead!
Howdy.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
But we only just met.
Kill me. I'm not afraid.
No such luck.
God!
Where's the last smallpox sample?
Who says there's only one more?
You do if I squeeze hard enough. Where and how many?
Next door. Hundreds.
Where's the smallpox? If I had any blood left, I'm sure I'd be blushing. Is Ingrid in position on the roof?
That's right. And the helicopter, too. Keep Sadono conscious until you've made visual contact with Carlson.
Can I get a confirmation, Fisher? Sadono's alive and you've got him?
Yes.
Fantastic. Don't worry about leaving a mess behind you on your way out. We're arranging to sweep up after you're gone.
We're not in the clear yet. Get Sadono to the roof. Ingrid's waiting.
Everywhere. Do you have children?
Where's the smallpox?
How many children? Where are they now?
The questioning only gets worse once I'm gone.
I'm not afraid of pain.
You can learn.
You can learn from pain. Maybe once America has suffered, she will start to learn. I know it's too late for you, but maybe your children.
You don't learn so quickly.
Great work, Fisher. You're well on track to becoming history's most prolific unknown author of world events.
Keep hurting me. It's just flesh.
Here. I would have gift wrapped him, but I couldn't find any duct tape.
It always shocks me how young he looks. Like a little kid compared to his face on television.
You honestly liked him?
No. Respect, maybe. But I know he's a monster. He has a child's idea of war. Can't tell the difference between a citizen and a soldier. He thinks the whole world is a morally viable target.
There's only one nation on the planet fighting the whole world.
Huh. Whose side are you on?
You know I can't say that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who you are or how you do what you do, but thank you. I hope we can work together again.
Go ahead.
Sadono's capture by U.S. intelligence effectively marks the end of the incident in Indonesia, securing for the Timorese. Intelligence has confirmed Suhadi Sadono's connections to so-called Golden Triangle heroin, has agreed to a U.S. military presence in East Timor as defined by Timorese government. This beginning of what the Bowers administration hopes will
Cannot underestimate the cost of democracy, nor overestimate the costs of the alternative.